this prison. Because I have work to do for you and for humanity. That was the thing that protected his life. So if we have that same kind of feeling that, God, you need me. You absolutely need me. Without me, in my apartment building, there's no one. In my community, there's no one except me. Remember, one said, you should have the confidence that the sun rises and sets for you. In other words, you believe, you look at the sunrise, you look at the sunset, and you say, God, thank you so much for raising the sun in the morning and setting it so I can see and have a wonderful day, and then I'm ready to go to sleep. God, thank you for, so I'm a little sensitive to light. Thank you. That's the kind of confidence we need to have. And we need to connect with God's heart. If we connect with God's heart, we really understand God's situation. And as dysfunctional as we think we might be at times, God needs us. He has no one else. He has no one else. Because most people, even Christians who have been raised over 4,000 years, 6,000 years in Judaism, all the way to today, really many of them do not really understand God's heart. They don't really understand that God even had an ideal. They have something that many of us accept for the fact as truth is that there is an ideal and there was supposed to be perfection. Most people have no clue that there was ever really supposed to be perfection. From a range of that God created evil and he's part of evil, to the fact that he allowed evil to exist to test us. All these different theological points. But I tell you, 95, maybe 98% of the people who God has been raising has no clue that God really wanted to see the kingdom of heaven on this earth. Although we pray all the time, like, our Father, hallowed be his name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We say that all the time as a Christian. But nobody believes that. And if they believe there's going to be a kingdom, it's going to be a miraculous kingdom. It just comes right out of the sky, and there's no response. There's nothing we have to do. We just have to believe. So that's the best. That's the best, that's out there. Do you have anything better out here? Does anybody have anything better? Who doesn't have something better than that? Raise your hand. Who's heard the principle? Who believes in the principle? We focus on the ideal, right? We focus on that. Why? Because it makes so much sense. The God of love, one of the best for his children. He didn't create them with some kind of diametrically opposing forces in him which he'll never find happiness. We have those now, but it wasn't God's plan. It wasn't God's original plan. So we really need to know what we have. If we really know what we have, and if you really understand that what you have at the simplest level is probably more than theologians who have studied most of their life have in memorizing all of the New Testament. Whatever. Because somehow we've been given grace on steroids. We've been allowed to connect with God in God's heart. And that is a sign of maturity. So we can say that perfection is maturity. And we're getting very close. We've got to practice this thing. We've got to find people that don't think like us. We can't just shove down our truth down their throats. Because we won't grow from that. We will not grow. And you know how difficult it is for people to get this principle? I sat with 7 ministers, and I asked the question. I said, and these are people that have heard the divine principle, right? On a number of occasions. Have been in Pastor's Forum. I said, what was the first blessing? Be fruitful. Very good. What does it mean? And none of those pastors remember. Okay? They didn't remember. Why? Because they've never thought like that. They've heard it, but it's not theirs. They have not been touched by this ideal that people have to grow to maturity. Everybody has a human portion of responsibility. So I'm really excited because they have what we need. They have something that we really need. They have this absolute faith. They have this absolute faith and love for Jesus and for the blood that he shed. And I'll never forget, I was sitting in a church one day, coming from a Jewish background, not really visiting too many churches. And I heard this Australian preacher preaching about the blood of Jesus for an hour and probably 20 minutes. Nothing but the blood. The blood, the blood, the blood, the blood. As a Jewish person, I was, I was like, but I understood the preciousness of that blood. I understood. But we have something that's amazing.